Good morning, everyone. It's Sarah, and welcome to Coffee and Crochet with Sarah and Posh Pete. This is Posh Polly, and this is Pete and Repeat. All the elves wanted to come and enjoy our video today and just say hello. Yes, my voice is a little dry this morning. I woke up with just a little bit of a dryness. This crazy weather. It keeps snowing, and then it gets warm, and then it snows again. But anyway, I've got company. Like I said, this is Posh Pete. He's my big elf. We have Pete and Repeat, Posh Pete's minis, or littles. And then we have Posh Polly. They want to go over and sit with the dogs while we do our video today so they can be a part of our video. They just wanted to stop in and say hello because they stopped by last night and Posh Pete took the time to read them the Christmas story, The Night Before Christmas. Now, before I let them go sit down, I'm getting lots and lots of questions about where can you find the video or the pattern for Posh Pete. And so I have the pattern online. You can find it on Ravelry. You can find it on my blog. And I'll put the blog link underneath the video somewhere. I'll also put it on the YouTube video underneath. And then this Posh Pete was our crochet along last Christmas. And so you can also go to the YouTube playlist and look for Posh Pete, the Christmas elf, and you can find all the videos there. And you can also find the written pattern link underneath all the videos in the notes section. Alrighty? So I'm going to let my friends go over and sit with the puppies. Bye, everybody. Oh, that was Posh Pete. He was saying goodbye. That is just too much fun. I couldn't resist. We have a lot of fun things to do today. I have a crochet together we're going to do to make some Christmas lights. I have our giveaway announcement of who the winner is. Was it you? And then I have some new patterns to show you as well. All right, so just a little note. Next week on Tuesday is Christmas Eve because Christmas is on Wednesday next week. And so I don't know if I will have a live video. I may pop in, but I don't know for sure. Because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be leaving on Friday and we're going to go visit my grandkids. Those of you who've watched me for a while, you've met Aiden and Callie, my two grandkids that live in Oklahoma. We're going to go visit them and I'm very excited to see them. So I haven't got to see them since summer. And they're growing so fast. Aiden's going to be 12 and Callie is 10 and they're just super, super perfect grandkids. And then after we get back, we're going to have Christmas with my granddaughter here, Zoe. You all met her, and she's a super perfect grandchild too. Okay, everybody says they have the best grandkids in the world, and none of us are wrong. I love my grandkids. They're the best. They keep my life busy and bright. Merry and bright. Alrighty, so let's jump right into it, okay? The first thing I want to do is clink. I'm drinking regular old peppermint coffee today. I have a peppermint creamer, and so I just make Folgers coffee and put a little peppermint in it. It's my fave. Clinkety clink, clink, clink. And remember, you don't have to drink coffee if you're not a coffee drinker. You can drink tea, you can drink wine, you can drink a glass of milk. I don't care. All right, are you ready? I'm going to announce the winner first for our giveaway for December. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit about January's giveaway. And then we're going to hop right into our crochet together, okay? So if you want to do it with me, I'll tell you what you need real quick. You need a small amount of, say, a gray, a black, or something that's lighter. And then you need a small amount of another worsted weight yarn, because we're going to be making some Christmas lights, and they're really tiny, and I'll tell you sizes and all that. And if you want to make sure you've got your right hook, we're using an H hook, which is a 5.0 millimeter crochet hook. Then you'll need a needle and your scissors, and we'll talk more about that when we get into it. I just wanted to tell you what you need. Just grab from your scrap pile, get you some of your medium weight 4 yarns, and you can practice. And then you can decide colors later. And that's what we're going to do in a little bit. All right, are we ready for the giveaway winner? All right, so I want to show you again what the giveaway is. You're getting these 2 cakes of pastry puff yarn in the peppermint holiday colors. And then you're also getting this stitch counter. You can use it as a row counter or a stitch counter, or however you want to. That's really cool. It goes right on your finger. Oh, my bag opened up. There we go. Now the winner's going to receive these. Now, I really want to encourage you, if you are the winner, to get a hold of me quickly, because we're leaving on Friday. So get a hold of me the next couple of days, or you won't get your package until after Christmas, okay? Or it won't get sent till after Christmas. So the winner is, are we ready? You know that pause of silence just for a few seconds? Okay. The winner is Rose Campbell. RoseCambell. Now, Rose, do not put your email address or your shipping address in any comments. And I guarantee all of you, never do that or you're going to get spam. To get a hold of me, there are 2 things you can do. You can go to the Posh Pooch Designs Facebook page, and you can message me. I'm Rose Campbell. I'm going to need your email address and your shipping address. And that's because when I ship it to you, I need your email address so you can get the tracking number, okay? You can do it that way. Or you can go to www.poshpoochdesigns.com and hit that contact tab. And that contact tab will shoot me an email. And then in that email, you can send me your shipping address and your email address, okay? Never ever, I just really encourage people, never ever put your email or shipping address in any comments on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or anything, because that's what spammers are looking for. And they'll grab it, and before you know it, you'll be filled up with a bunch of silly spam. Nobody wants that. Okay? So, congratulations, Rose Campbell. Get that to me as quick as you can so I can get your gift, your yarn and your counter to you as quick as I can. Isn't this the cutest pen? I love it. All right, are we ready to do our crochet together? I am going to click over to the other camera, and this is what we're going to make. All right, so we're going to make one of these, and I've got them on this string because I think it's fun to hang them up and use them, for decoration. You can use these for an applique. You can put these on a stocking, a hot pad placemat, anything you want to Christmas up or holiday up a little bit. It measures about 1.5 inches long and about, 1.5 inches wide and about okay, let me say this again. It measures about 1.5 inch wide and 2 inches tall. All right. Now I'm going to set those aside. I'm going to be using this lavender because I don't have one in lavender, and I think it's a great color for the bulb portion. And then I'm going to use this gray. These are made with like a dusty black, and then I'm going to use this gray for this one today. But I like this other color better, but this is better to be seen on video. And you can see you just need a small amount to make one. And like I said, we're going to be using our H hook, which is a 5.0 millimeter crochet hook. You'll need a needle and your scissors. All right. So let me set this in my yarn bowl so it doesn't go everywhere. So what we're going to do is we're going to begin with the bulb portion. All right. So we're going to make a slip knot. And we're going to chain 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. We're going to stitch 9 single crochets in the second chain from the hook. All right, so we'll go in that second chain. Don't count the one on your hook. There's the first, there's the second. So we'll go right in that second single crochet, and we're going to stitch 9 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to move that out of the way. There we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, so we have 9 single crochets. Let's count and make sure, because we don't want to have one too many or one less. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I didn't count that one. That's 9. There we go. All right, so we're going to join to our first single crochet with a slip stitch and chain 1. Now, you will probably have a hole in the middle. Don't worry about that. We're going to fix that with this tail of yarn when we're finished. All right, so our first row has 9 single crochets. We joined with the slip stitch to the first single crochet and chained 1. The chain 1 does not count as a stitch. It's just there to help us get back up on top. Now, for row 2, we're going to place 1 single crochet in the first 3 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3. All right, now in the next single crochet, we're going to stitch a half double crochet and a double crochet. So we'll yarn over, we'll go in the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, and go through all 3 of those loops. Then we're going to stitch a double crochet in that same hole, or that same stitch. So our half double crochet and our double crochet is in the same stitch. Now we're going to stitch 2 double crochets in the next stitch. And this is the bottom point of our Christmas bulb. All right, so 2 double crochets in that same stitch. Now in this next stitch, we're going to stitch a double crochet and a half double crochet in the same stitch. And you can see that makes the bottom of our bulb that kind of oval shape that bulbs are supposed to be. And then we're going to stitch 1 single crochet in those last 3. So 1, 2, 3. And look at that, I've got a knot in my yarn right at the right point, because we're going to join to that first single crochet with a slip stitch. And I wouldn't normally cut my yarn this short, but since I've got a knot, I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. That's going to be really short to weave in, but I'm not wanting to take the time to work out that knot right now. All right, so what we're going to do next is we're going to switch to our color that we're going to use for the top of our bulb. All right, so we're going to bring in, there we go, our new color. We're going to chain 1, and then we're going to turn. And that's because we joined to this single crochet, and we want to put a single crochet in that one that we joined to. So 1 single crochet, and then 1 single crochet in the next. And that's it. Now, we have a lot of weaving in to do. But one thing I wanted to show you here is if you're going to put them together like this in a chain, I suggest that you leave a long end so you can use that to attach them together. But if not, you can just cut it and tie off. All right, so now we have this bulb. It looks a little bit messy and we need to tidy it up. So we're going to take our needle. The first thing I'm going to do is close this hole. We don't want a hole in the middle of our Christmas bulb. All right, so I'm just going to go around here. And if you prefer to use a magic circle for this first part, you certainly can. I personally am just not a fan of using the magic circle for these tiny things. I just worry that they're going to come undone. But of course, you do what works best for you. All right, so I've closed that up, and I'm going to go ahead and weave that in. And clip that. Now I need to tidy up this little tiny purple one because I had that knot. My string is a little short. Usually I cut longer than I need. because I want to make sure that I have enough. But I'm going to make sure I go through some of these fibers and some of those stitches. And since I'm going to use this one as an applique, that's going to be okay because it's going to be sewn in place. All right, so now we just need to weave in these last two. And I'm kind of liking the silver top on this bulb. But I wanted to choose a color that was a little bit easier to see. Black yarn and dark red yarn are both really difficult when it comes to making videos. All right. Behind there. All right, so there is my little Christmas bulb. You can use it, like I said, for anything that you want to. And if you want to add it like you have a row like this, all you have to do is thread the end of that yarn on. And when you want to hang them up, you just go right through the top of the bulb like this. There we go. Oh, that yarn split right there. Boy, I tell you what. All right, so there's our new one. I'm going to fix that little string, but that's how you put them together to make a nice little necklace or whatever you want to use them for. All right, so that's our crochet together. And I really like making those. They're a lot of fun. But one thing I always forget, when you're doing a live video and you're doing something like this, you can't go back and fix those things. When you're doing a regular video, you can go back in and get that knot out, or, you know, where that string split, and fix that. One thing I have always tried to do on my live videos is to be real. When you watch one of my live videos, you get me. Me and all my silly craziness. This is who I am. Okay, and I know a lot of people try to have like this persona of being something that they're not. They're actors or whatever. What you see is what you get with me. I'm silly, I'm crazy, I'm clumsy, and I do weird things. Alrighty, so I hope that was fun and that you'll make some of those. And then, of course, the next thing I want to show you is what's new this week at Posh Pooch Designs. Now, let me move this over. And if you'll notice, I'm going to go to my other cam here so you can see up close. This is our button cowl. And this is actually a pattern I wrote back in, I think, 2014 or 2013. I can't remember. And I decided to update the pattern. The original pattern was made in flannel, fleece yarns, and you just cannot find those anymore. If you have some and you want to use it on this pattern, by all means, go right ahead. It will work just perfect. All right, this is the yarn that I got. Remember I showed you the peppermint yarn that was red and white? I got it at Hobby Lobby. It was Yarn Bee Royal Guard, I think. Well, I made this button cowl, and then I made the headband to match. All right, and here's one that I made also. This is a white sparkly one. You can see the sparkles on there. And I'm keeping this one. And they're really easy to make, super easy to adjust to any head size. And it really, really, really makes a good last minute gift. Because by choosing a nice chunky yarn, it moves fast. It's made with the chunky 6. Or you can use 2 strands of medium weight 4 for both the cowl and the headband. And then you can add some fancy buttons. And if you're like me, you've got a bunch of fancy buttons everywhere. That's how I am. I love buttons. I buy them when they're on clearance or on sale, especially if they're big buttons. Okay, and so you can get in your yarn stash, grab out some yarns, add some fancy buttons, and you've got a last minute gift. And if you know, most people's heads are, 22, 24, and it's nice and stretchy, but you can adjust it to any size, little bitty head, a great big head, just by adding more rows. So it's super duper easy. And it's lovely and comfortable to wear. We did that. And like I said, we did the brand new video for both the headband and the button cowl. All right. And then yesterday we did square number 12 for our year-long crochet along for 2019. You know, and I said in the video, you know, it's kind of exciting to finish up, but also kind of sad to end because I really enjoyed doing the 6-inch squares. So what we're going to do is in 2020, we're going to, in January, we're going to take all of our squares and we're going to make them into a blanket. And I've got a technique that I want to teach you how to, I think we call it join as you go, I think is what they call them. But I have a technique that we're going to do where you can just keep going and adding your squares and then add a trim. And it makes it a lot better because you don't have to constantly cut and weave in ends. You just add as you go, each square. And so, but I'll talk more about that in January. And then we're also going, there's two things that I want to talk to you about for January. Number one is we're going to be starting a new crochet along. And the new crochet along is going to be a washcloth, wash rag, whatever you call it. They're all going to be square. And we're going to do one each month so that by the end of 2020, you'll have 12 beautiful washcloths or wash rags or dish towels. They can be used for all those. They will be made out of cotton yarns, all of them. And you'll learn some new stitches. I've already been designing and you know, coming up with some new ideas for this, and I'm real excited about it because I love my crochet and even knit washcloths that are made out of cotton. There's just something about the quality and the thickness and all of that. The other thing is that I don't think I'm going to be doing any scrubbies. Well, I'll still be doing scrubbies, of course, but I won't be doing any in the crochet along. They're all going to be cotton, just so you know. And so, and I may use all different sorts of cottons out there because there's lots of beautiful solids and variegateds and things like that. And so that's one thing. The second thing is we're going to continue on with our giveaways. We're going to have one a month, just like we've been doing. And the January one, we're going to have a mystery box, and I'm real excited about it. I'm not going to tell you what's in it, but it is going to have some yarns of different weights and colors, and it's going to have some things that we love to work with yarn. Okay, and I just really want to thank you all. It's been a wonderful, fun year this year. I love doing giveaways. I love giving away stuff, and every month you have been wonderful at getting back with me and getting it out to you quickly, because I love to do that, and I love to know when you get it. You know, you don't have to do anything other than just shoot me another email or comment somewhere that you received your gift. So I really, really love it when it gets there. So I want to continue on with that because I really enjoy it. I enjoy because what I do is a lot of times designers and blog hosts or whatever, they contact all the yarn companies, and I have done that, and I do have some things coming in. But also what I do also is I go to my local yarn stores and craft stores, and I talk to them, and I fill out applications for giveaways or gifts. And almost always they have been really great at giving stuff. Every now and then they'll say, well, because they have a quota each month of what they do when they give away. And so what I'll say, you know, they'll say every now and then they'll say, we've hit our quota. We can't, you know, give away anymore this month or, you know, for now or whatever. And that's fine. I totally understand that. I have no problem with that whatsoever. But I'm hoping to have some more and different things this year. I have a friend that works at the local Tuesday morning. I have a friend at Hobby Lobby. I have a friend at Michael's. And a lot of these people I've just met along the way. And just, you know, I go into Hobby Lobby and they call me the yarn lady, you know. You know, because I'll go anywhere and get yarn. I don't care where it is. I love yarn. I bet you do too. Anywho, so I just wanted to say thank you all for being a part of my YouTube channel, my live videos on Facebook, you know, working my patterns. I love to see the things that you make. And so I'm hoping that 2020 is going to be just a blessed and wonderful year. I'm real excited about it. And I just have one more thing I want to say before I let you go. Lately, I don't know what it is, but I've been getting a little bit of what you might call trolls or spam or something, where there's an unkind comment. And sometimes they don't even make sense. And I know they're just people trolling. And so I've changed my setup. I've got words and phrases and things like that, that if they come through, those will not be seen. And that's totally fine. But I just want you all to know, if someone is ever unkind to you in a comment on YouTube, Facebook, or any of my pages, please let me know and I will block them or delete it or whatever. I try really hard to read all the comments, and I don't always get to comment myself, but I really try to read all of them in our live videos on YouTube, on Facebook, and I work really hard to read all the comments in our groups and on my site, Instagram, Twitter, all the sites that I'm on. And if you want to know that stuff, if you click on the video on YouTube, underneath it, there is a notes section, and I have all the places where I'm at. All, Ravelry, Etsy, Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can find all those links there. But like I said, if anybody's ever unkind to you, you let me know and I will take care of it, okay? Because I want all of my pages, all of my sites, my YouTube channel, everything to be a place of kindness and edification, I guess is a good way of putting it. Everybody's at a different place in their crochet journey, and I say that all the time. There's no place for unkindness in there. We all like different things. One person may really love this pattern, another person may really love a different one. And so we need to remember that we're not all the same. We have different likes and different favorite colors, different favorite crochet hooks, different techniques, things we like, just like the magic circle. Plenty of people love it, and I think that's great. I just don't happen to really care for it. It's just everybody does things differently. And so, like I said, I want us all to understand that this is a place of kindness and encouragement. That's the word I was looking for. All right, so I'm going to let you go. Make some of those Christmas bulbs if you can. And remember, it's always going to be there if you ever want to go back and find it. All right, so I may see you at Christmas. I may not. And if I don't, everybody have a Merry, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And we'll see you soon. Bye-bye now.